Hello, I welcome you all to this session of organic chemistry where we will be studying about alcohols, phenol, and ether. So, now I assume that the basics of organic chemistry is clear to all of you, and you know very well about alkane, alkene, and alkyne. You are familiar with single, double, and triple bond. You are familiar with hybridization. Then only we can move ahead. Okay. So since I have been given this chapter, so I assume that that basic is clear to you. So let us see what is alcohol, phenol, and ether. And it is very simple thing. We will go topic by topic, and there will be some reactions which you will have to remember. But at the same time, we will try to understand that how these processes, how these reactions are getting completed, and we will try to learn the logic behind them. So let us first see what is alcohol. Alcohol, phenol, and ether are the basic compounds for the formation of detergents, antiseptics, and fragrances respectively. So this is just for knowledge कि जो हमारा सर्फ साबुन होता है या फिर हमारा जो डिओड्रेंट है या फिर अभी जो हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं दैट इज़ सैनिटाइज़र, these all are alcoholic components. Okay, so this is just for knowledge. There must be some knowledge thing, no? Now let us come to the chemistry. Alcohols and phenols are formed when a hydrogen atom in a hydrocarbon, aliphatic and aromatic respectively, is replaced by OH group. Now you will ask what is aliphatic and aromatic. So aliphatic means nothing but open chain carbon atom where the benzene ring is not present. Benzene ring you know na? The cyclic hydrocarbon is called benzene ring, and aromatic is the one in which benzene ring is present. So C6H6 is the formula of benzene. The formula of benzene is C6H6, and it is this ring is called benzene ring. These double bonds are present alternative. So if this benzene ring is present in any hydrocarbon, then it is aromatic, otherwise it is aliphatic. So alcohols and phenols are formed when a hydrogen atom in a hydrocarbon is replaced by OH group. O for oxygen, H for hydrogen. Okay. An alcohol contains one or more hydroxyl group. This OH group is called hydroxyl group, directly attached to carbon atoms of an aliphatic system, while a phenol contains OH groups directly attached to carbon atoms of an aromatic system. So this CH3 is an aliphatic system, that is normal open chain CH3, and if OH is attached to it, then it is hydrocarbon is alcohol. But again this is my benzene ring, so C6H6 is the formula. I remove one H and attach OH group, then it will become C6H5, and one H is removed, OH. So if OH is attached to this benzene ring, it becomes phenol, but when OH is attached to open chain carbon hydrogen atoms, it becomes alcohol. So it will be more clear further. And the third one was ether. The substitution of a hydrogen atom in a hydrocarbon by an alkoxy group or allyloxy group yields another class of compound known as ether. What is alkoxy? So I assume that alkyl thing is, you know, alkyl. What is alkyl? Alkyl is CH3 groups. This is methyl, C2H5. This is ethyl. So similarly these all are alkyl groups. One is methane, second is ethane, third is propane. So ethyl, methyl, propyl, these are alkyl groups. So if something is like ROARO, then it will be example of ether. Here you see CH3O CH3. Okay, so this is methyl, again this is methyl. So between two methyls, one oxygen is coming, then it is called as ether. So it is called methoxymethane. We will understand it later why, how is this name coming. So meanwhile you just see that between two alkyls, this is one alkyl CH3 and this is another alkyl CH3, one oxygen is coming. So by an alkoxy group, this CH3O is actually an alkoxy group. Okay, so we call it methoxymethane. Okay, this is why alkoxy means alkane, group of alkane, we know na, you have studied in class 11, methane, ethane, propane, butane. So alkane, and when it is replaced by O, then it is alkoxy. So methoxy, methane. Now we will see the classification of alcohols first. Alcohols and phenols may be classified as mono, di, tri or polyhydric compounds depending on whether they contain 1, 2, 3 or many hydroxyl group. What is hydroxyl group? OH groups. Okay, so depending upon the number of OH groups, this can be mono, di, tri or polyhydric. Now let us see. You see this is phenol, okay, and in benzene ring one OH is attached, so this is monohydric phenol, and this is again only one OH is present, so monohydric alcohol. So this is why it is monohydric, only one OH is present here. So this is phenol and this is alcohol. This is alcohol and this is phenol. Why? Because this is attached to ring, so when OH group is attached to ring, it is phenol. When OH group is attached to open carbon chain, that is aliphatic, it is alcohol. So here two OH groups, so dihydric. Here three OH groups, so trihydric. Okay, so this is clear. One OH group monohydric alcohol and monohydric phenol, dihydric alcohol, dihydric phenol, trihydric alcohol and trihydric phenol. Hope this is clear. So monohydric alcohols, now it is said that monohydric alcohols may be further classified according to the hybridization of the carbon atom to which the hydroxyl group is attached. So we know basic three hybridization in from class 11, that is sp3, sp2 and sp hybridization. If four single bonds are there, then it is sp3. If three single bonds are there, then it is sp2. If two single bonds are there, then it is sp. Now let us see how it is, what is it saying. It is saying that monohydric alcohols may be further classified according to the hybridization of the carbon atom. Okay, so hybridization, on the basis of hybridization, it can be classified. Now see, compounds containing, first is compounds containing sp3 carbon atom. CsP3 means carbon atom is of sp3 and OH bond. So primary, secondary and tertiary cases are possible. What is primary? In which all the carbon atoms are attached to hydrogen or oxygen atoms, it is called primary carbon atom. In secondary carbon atom, one carbon atom, this carbon atom, it attached to two other carbon atoms, so it is secondary. In tertiary, this carbon atom is attached to three other carbon atoms, so it is tertiary. In primary, this carbon atom is attached to only one other carbon atom, so it is primary. Okay, so this is the concept of primary, secondary and tertiary carbon atoms. Now you see compounds containing sp3. So you see CH2OH. How is CH2OH formed? So C, it is very difficult to teach like this, but let us see. CHOH, here another, here another, here another. Okay, H, suppose, and this is H, this is H. So what is it? CH 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how it is. CH2OH and this one. So see, this is methanol, CH3OH. How many single bonds are there? 1, 2, 3. This is counted as sigma bond. 1 sigma bond, 2 sigma bond, 3 sigma bond. Okay. So the number of sigma bonds contribute to the hybridization. So if 1, 2, 3 and this is also a single bond, so it is also sigma bond, so it is 4. So this is called as sp3 hybridization. So in sp3 hybridization, then again the first case is Here if suppose another carbon atom is there, then it will be a primary case, which is this. So for sp3 first case is primary like this, again single and this is also single bond. So with secondary case sp3 hybridization is possible, with tertiary case also sp3 hybridization is possible. So this is the three kinds of alcohols which can be found with sp3 hybridized carbon. These all carbons are sp3 hybridized because they have all the four bonds as single bonds. So these all the carbons are sp3 hybridized, and they can be possible with primary, secondary and tertiary carbon. So they are called as primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. This is my primary alcohol, this is my secondary alcohol, and this is my tertiary alcohol, because this is attached to 3 carbons, this is attached to 2 carbons, this is attached to 1 carbon. Now allylic alcohols. What are allylic alcohols? You see, allylic means double bond is present between 2 carbon atoms. So in these alcohols, the OH group, this is my OH group in the red, the OH group is attached to a sp3 hybridized carbon, again sp3 hybridized carbon, next to the carbon-carbon double bond, that is to an allylic carbon, isn't it? Allylic carbon means carbon-carbon double bond. So you see the example for the primary case, this carbon-carbon double bond is present, and corresponding to that one carbon atom is present. It has all single bonds. See, this one is single bond and these two hydrogen are like this. Actually these two hydrogens are like this. This is one hydrogen and this is one hydrogen if I remove it from here. So 1 2 3 4 all bonds are single bonds. So it is sp3 hybridized and it is attached to allylic carbon because this is double bond between 2 carbon atoms. So this is, and this is attached to only one carbon atom. This carbon is directly in contact with only one carbon atom. So it is primary case again. So it is in allylic alcohol of primary carbon. It is allylic alcohol of secondary carbon because it is attached directly to 2 carbon atoms. So secondary, but all the bonds are single bonds. So sp3 hybridized. Again all the bonds are single bond, but this carbon is attached to 3 carbon atoms, isn't it? 1 2 3, directly 3 carbon atoms, and this is an allylic group. So this is tertiary alcohol again. So in these alcohols group is attached to a sp3 hybridized carbon. First case, this is sp3 hybridized carbon, this is sp3 hybridized carbon, this is sp3 hybridized carbon. Alcohol group is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon next to the carbon-carbon double bond, next to the carbon-carbon double bond. So this carbon-carbon double bond is present here, this carbon-carbon double bond is present here, this carbon-carbon double bond is present here. So next to this carbon is present, and next to this alcohol group is present. Then it is called allylic alcohols. And the third is benzylic alcohols. Now let us see what is benzylic alcohols. You see, if directly OH is attached to this benzene, then it is phenol. But if this benzene ring is there and it is attached with some aliphatic ring, that is CH2, and then OH is present, then it is benzylic alcohol. What happens in this case is, in these alcohols, the OH group is attached to a sp3 hybridized carbon. So this is also sp3 because CH2, 4 single bonds are there. Here also see 1 2 3 4 single bonds are there. Here also 1 2 3 4 single bonds are there. And this is primary because this is attached to only one carbon atom directly. This is attached to one carbon atom and 2 carbon atom. These corners are carbon atoms. I hope you understand this because this is for class 11th. I can't go in detail in this video. And this is again attached to 3 carbon atoms, 1 2 and 3. So this is tertiary. So benzylic alcohols can be formed like this, and it is also classified as primary, secondary and tertiary. So the conditions is simple. sp3 hybridized carbon should be there, and it should be the OH group is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon next to an aromatic ring. In previous case it was next to a carbon-carbon double bond. Okay, so this is how you need to remember. The first was monohydric, dihydric, and the first was primary, secondary and tertiary, simple. Then it was allylic alcohols, means next to double bond primary, secondary and tertiary. And this is benzylic, means next to benzene ring primary, secondary and tertiary carbon can be possible. And in all the cases it is sp3 hybridized, remember. Now it comes second case, that is compounds containing sp2, carbon sp2, C sp2, C sp2 OH bond. So these alcohols contain OH group bonded to a carbon-carbon double bond, that is to a vinylic carbon or to an aryl carbon. These alcohols are also known as vinylic alcohols. So you have to remember the name, what are vinylic alcohols. Then the vinylic alcohols, the definition will be this. These alcohols contain OH group bonded to a carbon-carbon double bond, that is to a vinylic carbon or to an arylic carbon. You see here CH2 double bond CHOS. So this OH group is bonded to a carbon which is just in contact with another carbon by a double bond. So this is vinylic alcohol. Okay, you have to remember like this. Okay, so the first thing you need to remember, we need to understand is carbon always completes its 4 bonds. So here also you see CH2, so 2 bond there and 2 double bond, तो 4 bond यहाँ complete हुआ. फिर डबल बॉन्ड CH, सो 2 1 3 और फिर एक OH से बनाएगा तो 4 ऐसे कंप्लीट हुआ. कैसे हो रहा है समझ रहे हो ना? You need to draw it in copy to understand it better. You see here CHH double bond CHOH. So hydrogen needs to complete it duet. So hydrogen will form single bond. So everywhere hydrogen will form single bond. This is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is my hydrogen. So hydrogen will form single bond, completes duet. Carbon have to complete its octet, so it will form 4 bonds. You see here 1 bond, 2 bond, 3 bond, 4 bond. Here also 1 bond, 2 bond, 3 bond, 4 bond. Oxygen need to complete its octet, but it needs just oxygen atomic number is, how many atomic number of oxygen is 8. So it needs 2 electrons in the outermost shell. So it is completed by sharing this electron from here and this electron from here, and this electron is of oxygen only. So oxygen needs 2 bonds. So this is 1 bond, this is 1 bond. So everywhere oxygen will need 2 bonds. Remember, carbon will need 4 bonds, hydrogen will need 1 bond. So if this is known to you, this is understood to you, then you can draw any nomenclature. Okay, so you can draw any formula of vinylic or allylic, any kind of alcohol, and you can understand it better. So this is the case of vinylic alcohol, where OH group is attached to carbon atom, which is attached by a double bond to another carbon atom. Okay. Now let us come to ethers. Ethers are classified as simple or symmetrical if the alkyl or aryl groups attached to the oxygen atom are the same, and mixed or unsymmetrical if the two groups are different. Like it can be methyl O methyl, or it can be methyl O ethyl. So if methyl O methyl is there, then it is symmetric, otherwise it is unsymmetric. So here is the example: diethyl ether. It means this is ethyl group, this is ethyl group, and in between the oxygen is coming. So ethers are classified as simple or symmetrical if the alkyl or aryl groups attached to the oxygen atom, this alkyl group is same, then it is symmetrical. Whereas if this is ethyl O methyl or ethyl O hexyl, so these two alkyl groups are different attached to this oxygen atom, so this is unsymmetrical ether. So ethers are classified basically as symmetrical ethers or unsymmetrical ethers depending upon the alkyl or aryl group attached to it. So if it ethyl O ethyl or methyl O methyl, then it is symmetrical. If it is methyl O ethyl or methyl O propyl, then it is unsymmetrical. Now let us come to the most important thing, that is nomenclature of alcohols. What is nomenclature? Means how do we name an alcohol? उसका नाम कैसे रखेंगे? What do we call it? Okay. So there are two things. First is general name or common name, and second is UPAC name, IUPAC. So we are generally concerned with UPAC name because this is what we have to study. So let us see what it is. It is saying that the common name of an alcohol is derived from the common name of the alkyl group and adding the word alcohol to it. So let us first see how the common name is given. Example is, it is saying the first thing you need to remember is किस अल्काइल ग्रुप से वो आया है, वो अल्काइल ग्रुप देखेंगे और लास्ट में हम लोग वर्ड लगा देंगे अल्कोहल उसमें. ओके. एग्जाम्पल CH3OH. व्हाट इज CH3? मिथाइल, 1 कार्बन एटम, Okay, if CH4 is there, it is methane. I remove one hydrogen, then it becomes methyl. Okay, so methyl, alkyl group लगाए methyl and alcohol लास्ट में लगा दिए, तो ये बन गया मेरा मिथाइल अल्कोहल. इसी तरह से C2H5OH होता, दैट विल बी माई इथाइल अल्कोहल. इसी तरह से C3H7OH होता, दैट विल बी माई प्रोपाइल अल्कोहल. सो दिस इज द कॉमन नेमिंग, दैट यू जस्ट टेक द अल्काइल ग्रुप and at the end add alcohol to it. Okay, so methyl alcohol is my example. But the main thing is UPAC naming, and we have to understand how the UPAC name is given. Let us see. There are some rules that we need to remember while considering the UPAC name. The rule number 1 is the name of an alcohol is derived from the name of the alkene from which the alcohol is derived by substituting E of alkene with the suffix -ol. What does it say? It says that अगर मीथेन से बन रहा है, if my alcohol is made up of, very difficult, if my alcohol is made up of methane, then I will remove this E and add OL at it, so it will become methanol. Okay, if my alcohol is made up of propane, then I will remove that E and add OL and it will become propanol. Okay, similarly ethanol. The second rule says the position of the substituents are indicated by numerals. Okay, we will see what does this mean. This means that this is my carbon atom, no? So I will start naming this carbon atom, because you see here 1 2 1 2, this is the position of the alkyl group or oxyl group that is showing on the carbon chain. So to show the position and that at which position the oxyl group is present, we have to name the carbon atom. So we will name it like, we can name it like 1 2 3, or we can name it like 1 2 3. Both way it is possible. Okay, there is two ways only, no? We can either move in this direction, but I can move in this direction. So there is a rule on in which direction we have to move. So first thing we need to do is we have to move in numerals. So this is saying that the position of substituents are indicated by numerals. So 1 2 3 we name the carbon atoms. Now it is saying that for this the longest carbon chain is numbered starting at the end nearest to the hydroxyl group. Now what does this mean? It means that I will select the longest carbon chain first of all. So longest carbon chain in this case is this only. This is a 3 carbon chain compound. Now I have to name first carbon in such a way that hydroxyl group is closest to the first carbon. So I cannot move like 1 2 3. I will have to move like 1 2 3 because my OH group is attached to this carbon. So I will have to start in such a way that my OH group or my any group of that it may be ketone, it may be aldehyde, it may be ether, it falls on the least numbered carbon atom. So this is the rule. It should fall on the least numbered carbon atom. In such a way we have to number the carbon atoms. Okay, so I will not move from 1 2 3, I will move from 1 2 3 in this direction. So this is my correct way, this is my wrong way. Now I will erase this. And it is saying that I have to select the longest chain. What does this mean? What is meant by longest chain of carbon atoms? You see here also it is not completely given, but let us try to understand. Now if you want to see this you see, how will I give numbers to the carbon atoms? So from where shall I start? Okay, so I have only two options. If I start from here, you see 1 and 2, or I can go like this, or I can go like this 1 2, or I can go like this 1 2. Okay, there is 3 way possible, but I have to select the longest chain of carbon atom. This is my first priority. So first priority is longest chain of carbon atom. And here you see, if I select the chain, then it is of 2 carbon atom chain possible. It is of 2 carbon atom chain possible. it is of 2 carbon atom chain possible. So I will not select this chain, rather I will select the chain like this: 1, 2 and 3. So I will move like this, isn't it? When I will take this class on board, it will be much clear to you, but try to understand from here. I will move like this, then it is my longest chain of 3 carbon atoms possible. So this is how we select the chain. That first priority is you select the chain in such a way that the longest chain is obtained. Then second thing you need to take care about is that when you number the carbon atoms, the oxyl group falls on the least numbered carbon atoms. Here it is falling on 2. If I number from 1 2 3, or if I number from 1 2 3, if I number from here or I number from here, it will always fall on 2. So it doesn't matter in this case, but in other cases you will have to take care that in which carbon atom, in which number of carbon atom it is falling. Okay, let us move to rule number 4. The position of OH groups are indicated by appropriate locations. Example, HOCH2CH2OH is named as ethane 1,2-diol. How it is named like this? You see, I will name the I will name the carbon atom. So I will select the chain. It is 2 chain carbon atoms. So I will name it 1. I will name it 2. Okay. What was the rule first? The rule first says that we have to remove the word when only one OH group was present. We have to remove the word E and replace it with all. Okay. So in that case it becomes methanol, propanol, ethanol. But when 2 OH groups are present, the thing is like this. How many carbon atoms are there? 2, and only single bond is present. So it is ethane. At which position hydroxyl group are there? At first position of carbon and at second position of carbon. So ethane 1 2. How many alcohols? 2 alcohols are there now. So di, and then alcohol, symbol for alcohol is all. So ethane 1 2 diol. Ethane for 2 carbon atoms, 1 2 for the position of alcohol group, di for the number of alcohol groups, and all for the alcohol. Okay, so it is named like this: ethane 1 2 diol. We will name more and we will understand it better. Now let us see. Okay, so some rules we have skipped. So this was the longest carbon chain we have studied. Now the position of the OH group and other substituents are indicated by using the numbers of the carbon atoms to which these are attached, that I told you. For naming polyhydric alcohols, so this was polyhydric, 2 OH groups are present. The E of alkane is retained. Here what happens? The E of alkane was removed when it is only when it is monohydric alcohols, when only one hydroxy group are present. When polyhydroxy group are there, the E of alkane is retained and the ending all is added. So if the number of OH group is indicated by adding the multiplicative prefix di, tri, etc. before all. So here 2 alcoholic group are there, so diol. If 3 alcoholic groups were there, then it will be triol. Now let us see, let us understand it better. So this is my compound CH3OH. What is common name? Methyl alcohol. So it is methyl alcohol. We will not see common name from now onwards. We will only see UPIC name, because this is what is important. So let us see, let us name this UPIC name. Only one carbon atom is there, so no naming is required. It is for one carbon atom, naming is not required. So it is methane, replace the E and add all. So methanol. Now we will do naming here. So I can name from 1 2 3, but it will fall at third position. So I will name as 1 2 3. Okay. So it is propane, and this is monohydric. So from propane I remove E and add all, but I have to add 1 because the all is at first position. It can be at first position, second position, or third position. No, so it can be propane 1 all, propane 2 all, and propane 3 all. So let us, so to make it clear, we have to give the position of alcohol. So we propane 1 all, and this is what is propane 2 all, because if OH is present here, I have to select the longest carbon chain. So longest carbon chain is 1 2, 3. It can be 1, 2, 3. In both the cases, OL will or alcohol will fall at second position. So it is propane 2-ol. I have removed the E, remember. Again this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So butane 1-ol. Okay, and this is butane 2-ol. So here you can name like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the correct procedure. If you name like 1, 2, 3, so here alcohol will fall at third position, which is wrong because alcohol has to fall at least position of carbon. So butane 2-ol is correct. So this is important to understand that naming like this will be wrong. We have to name like this because alcohol has to fall at least position of carbon atom. Now you see this. Again we have to select longest chain of carbon atoms. So let us see this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it can be called as, there is two name for it. It can be called as 2-butyl butane 2-ol. This can be. So this is shape. You see, CH3 CH CH2 CH3 and CH3 CH CH2 CH3. These two are same. So this can be called in two ways. First way is that I consider this all as butane, so it will be butane 2-ol. The second way it can be named as, if this CH2 CH3 is called as another alkyl group which is ethyl. So we can call it as, if I name is 1 and 2. Now we have to select the longest chain of carbon atoms. Wait. So this is where the trick is. This one is clear. So the longest chain of carbon atom, considering this as methyl group, will be this. So 1, 2, wait. This is very difficult with this nomenclature. This is like this: 1, 2 and 3. So at one position this methyl group is there and alcohol group is also there. So here it is 1, not 2, sorry. It is 1 methyl propane and 1-ol. At first position methyl and propane both are present. So it is 1 methyl propane 1-ol. And this is okay. Let me first erase it because there is confusion. So it was 1 methyl, sorry, it was 1 methyl propane 1-ol. Now you see this. Again we have to select the longest chain of carbon. So we select like this: 1, 2, 3, or we can select 1, 2, 3. Now you see at 2 position alcohol is present and 2 position methyl group is present. So and the branch is of 3 carbon atom, that is propane. So we can write is at 2 methyl propane 2-ol, because at second position methyl group is present. So 2 methyl propane, second position alcohol group is present. So 2 methyl propane 2-ol. It is clear? So this is how at first position 1 methyl group was present and at first position also alcohol group was present. So it was 1 methyl propane 1-ol. It is 2 methyl propane 2-ol. Now you see this, if we name it like this: 1, 2 and 3. So it is polyhydric alcohol, and for more than one alcohol, what is the nomenclature? We have to retain the E. So we have retained E, propane, and at what position alcohol groups are there? At first, second, and third position. So 1, 2, and 3. How many alcohol groups are there? 3. So tri, and for alcohol we add all. So propane 1, 2, 3, tri all. So you just hide this thing and you just name it on your own and then match whether it is correct or not. Okay. Cyclic alcohol, let us see the nomenclature of cyclic alcohols. So cyclic alcohols are named using the prefix cyclo and considering the OH group attached to carbon atom. So you see the first example. This is a 6 carbon atom cyclic group. So it will be named as cyclohexanol. Okay. So this is how it will be named, cyclohexanol. In general, what is it called? It is called cyclohexane. So we have removed the E and added ol, as it was butanol for butane, ethanol for ethane, methanol for methane. In the same way, for cyclohexane it is cyclohexanol. In this case, if an alkyl group is present and an oxyl group is present, then we have to give priority to oxyl group. So we will start naming the carbons first. So we will name it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 5. First thing is 5 carbon atoms is the chain. So it will be pentan, and it is again cyclic. So cyclopentane will be the parent thing. Now at first position oxyl group is there and second position methyl group is there. So what will we write it as? We will write 2-methyl cyclopentane, and we can write it as 1-ol because oxygen group, alcohol group is present at first position. But generally when it is present in first position, we need not write one sometimes. Okay, if we write one, it is also not wrong, and if we don't write one, it is also not wrong. So you can write it in both the ways, 2-methyl cyclopentanol or 2-methyl cyclopentane 1-ol. Both are correct. So what did we study? Let us first revise because this is tricky. You have to just name it like this. First you try to name it like this, and when alkyl groups are present, you have to be careful how you name it. Okay. So when alkyl group are present, you have to name it like this: 2-methyl propane 2-ol, 1-methyl propane 1-ol. When more than one oxyl groups are present, we have to name it like diol, triol. So the rules, these are the important rules that you need to remember. So if you practice it, it will come with practice only. But these are the rules that you need to remember. Okay, now we will see phenol. The simplest hydroxy derivative of benzene is phenol. It means in a benzene ring, if one OH group is attached, then it is called as phenol. It is its common name and also an accepted UPAC name. Means इसका common नाम और UPAC नाम लगभग same है. As a structure of phenol involves a benzene ring, it is in its substituted compound. The term ortho, meta, and para are often used in the common name. So we will see what is this orthophenol, metaphenol, and paraphenol are in the consequent lectures. So you see here, this is my phenol. Alcohol group is attached to benzene ring. So this is common name is phenol. UPAC name is also phenol. Okay. Now you see this second thing. I told you, we have to start naming the carbon atoms when methyl groups or other carbon atoms are present. So we will name it like 1, 2, 3. So second position methyl group is coming. So it will be called as 2-methyl phenol, or we can name it like 2-methyl phen 1-ol. Okay, so both are correct. Here since only first position oxyl group is coming, hydroxyl group, so we will call it as 2-methyl phenol, and its common name is orthocresol. So we not need to remember common name because UPAC name is more important. Here we will name again 1, 2, 3. So at third position CH3 methyl group is present, so 3-methyl phenol. Again at fourth position methyl group is present, so 4-methyl alcohol. Now I told you that I will tell you what is ortho, para, and meta. So O-cresol means orthocresol. that is the methyl group is present as second position. Okay, remember methyl group as second position, then ortho. Methyl group is at third position, then meta. Methyl group is at fourth position, then para. So this is what it was written here. Ortho methyl group is at generally 1 or second position, meta 1 or 3 position, and para 1 or 4 position. So at 1 position alcohol is occupied. So second, third and fourth position is for ortho, meta and para. Here also second, third and fourth position is ortho, meta and para. You see, this is first, this is second, first, second, third, first, second, third, fourth. Okay, and this is now when you see this is when more than one hydroxyl group are present, so this is named like this: benzene first and second diol, benzene first and 3 diol, benzene first and 4 diol. Okay, the common name you need not remember. So this is how it is named. Phenols are named like this. How are ethers named? So ethers, there is nothing special for ether. Ether can be named like simply, you see, common names of ethers are derived from the names of alkyl groups only of which it is made. For example, written as separate words in alphabetical order and adding the word ether at the end. At the end you have to add the word ether. So what does this mean? This means that this is my methyl group, this is my ethyl group, and this is my oxygen. So this is my ether actually. So what kind of ether is this? This is my ethyl methyl ether. Why ethyl methyl? Why not methyl ethyl? Because we have to write it alphabetically. So alphabetically E comes first before M. So it will be called as ethyl methyl ether. So this is common naming. Okay. Again, common naming is not much important, but again let us just tell me this is ethyl methyl ether. Similarly, ethyl propyl ether, methyl propyl ether, these are possible. Okay, but let us see UPIC name. Now how do we write UPIC name? It is named like this. The second group will be named as the original alkane group, and the first group will be replaced with the word oxy. Okay, so let us see how. This is actually methyl methyl group, so it will be called as methoxy methane. The last group will be called as actual alkane, so methane, and this methyl will be occupied by oxygen group, so it will be called as methoxy. So this oxy term is added and rest is written in the same way, so it is called methoxy methane. Let us see again another. This is the second is ethyl, so it will be called as ethane, and this ethyl will be called as ethoxy, so it will be ethoxy ethane. Okay, now there comes the picture that what is this called. So you see 1 2 3 carbon atoms are there, so it is what? It is propane. Propyl group is there, and we will write it as propane, and this is what? This is methyl group, so we will write it as methoxy. And now here we will have to name the carbon atom, so we will name like this: 1 2 3. So at which position carbon is this is coming? Methoxy is coming. Methoxy is coming at first position of carbon atom, so we will call it as 1-methoxy propane. Here why we did not name? Because if we name like this, one only will come. If we name like this, one only will come. If we name like this, one only will come. Okay, so that is why we are not naming in first two cases. But here this can be here also, and this can be here also. This can occupy here also. So here two cases are possible. That is why we have to name here. So we are writing as methoxy propane. Now you see what it is. CH3 and this C6H5. So it is actually CH3O C6H5. So it is methoxy benzene. Okay. So the larger number will be called as alkane group. What is this? CH2 CH3O C6H5. This is ethoxy benzene. Okay. Are you getting it? You see here C6H5O CH2O6 CH3. Now C6H5O CH2 6 CH3 CH2 6 CH3. What is this? 6 hydrogen, 6 carbon, and then again 1 carbon, 7 carbon. This is heptane, and this is C6H5. So it is phenoxyheptane. So what things you have to remember, that more carbon atom thing will be named as alkane, and less carbon atom chain will be named as alkyl, or less carbon atom chain will be named as alkoxy, and more carbon atom chain will be named as alkane. So that is why, since here it was same, so methoxymethane, here again it was same, so ethoxyethane, but here more carbon atom chain was there in propane, so we will write it as methoxypropane. Here more carbon atom chain is in benzene, so we write it as methoxybenzene. Here more carbon atom chain is again in benzene, so methoxybenzene. But here more carbon atom chain is in heptane, here 7, here 6, so we write it as phenoxyheptane. Here you see this, what is this? Here you will have to select the chain. So I will select the chain, longest chain of carbon atom we will have to select. So we will select like this, 1, 2 and 3. So add 2, what it is coming? Add 2, it is coming methoxy, and what is this? 1, 2 and 3, this is propane. So 2 methoxypropane. Got it? So this is simple. If the things are getting complex, then you will have to start naming the carbon atoms. So we will name the carbon atoms like this, 1, 2 and 3, and here at 2 position it is coming methoxy group, CH3O is methoxy, so methoxypropane. Again you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in both the cases 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms are here coming, and here C6H5, here 6 carbon atoms are coming. So this will be my alkane group. So what it will be called as then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So and it is, so we will have to start naming the carbon atoms first. So we will name it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why from here? Because my this functional group should come at least position of carbon. So this methoxy is coming at first position, so I can write it as 3 methyl 1 methoxy butane. So 3 methyl, or if it is 1 then we generally ignore, so butoxy. And what is this C6H5? It will be written as benzene because it is higher group. No, 6 is greater than 1, 2, 5. So we have taking 6 as alkane group now. So this is 3 methyl and butoxy benzene. Got it? Again let us see this. Here it is CH3, and here it is 1, 2, CH2, here it is. So here what is happening is more than 2 oxy group are there. So our carbon chain will be like this, and it is just 1, 2 methoxy and ethane. Again 2 carbon atom chain will be written as N. So 1, 2, how many methoxy group are there? 2. So we will write 1, 2 dimethoxy ethane. Simple. Now see this CH3, OCH, C2H5. So this is some tricky thing. Okay, so we will again name the carbon atoms. So 1, 2 ethoxy, 1 dimethyl cycloxy. So let us see how it is. This is like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now 6 carbon atoms, this is cyclic, so this is cyclohexane, and with cyclohexane attached is 2 methyl groups, and this is ethoxy. So the large number of carbon atoms is where? In cyclohexane, so alkane will be that. So that is why it is first we find out what is the alkane group. So it is cyclohexane. Now at what position how many methyl are there? At first position 2 methyl are there, so 1, 1 dimethyl. At second position ethoxy is present, so 2 ethoxy, 1, 1 dimethyl cyclohexane. Got it? So this is how it is done. Now let us see some examples we have to do ourselves. Give UPAC names of the following compounds. So let us name this compound. How will we name it? What is this compound? First of all, see, this is OH group is attached, so this is an alcohol. Now we have to name this alcohol. One alcohol group is there and one halide, that is chlorine, is attached. So we have to first select the which will be given priority. So functional group is given first priority. So we will select functional group at first priority. First thing, we will have to select the longest carbon chain. So let us see which is the longest carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this? Yeah, 5. So this is my longest carbon chain of 5 atoms, and I have kept one from here because in that way alcohol is falling at the least position of carbon atom. Now let us name it. So what it is? This is at 4th position chlorine is there, so 4-chloro. At 2nd and 3rd position methyl group is there, so 4-chloro, 2,3. How many methyls? 2 methyls. So 4-chloro, 2,3 dimethyl. What is this? Pentane. I remove the E. At which position OL is there? 1. So pentane 1-ol. 4-chloro, 2,3 dimethyl pentane 1-ol. Easy. Let us see another. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and again this is 1, 2. So this is my ether, and here it is 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms. Okay, here 1, 2 carbon atoms. So it will be actually ethoxy, and it will be propane because more carbon atoms will form alkane group. So ethoxy propane at what position? So at 2nd position is ethoxy. So 2-ethoxy propane. Got it? There only 2 carbon atoms was there. So we call it as ethoxy because more number of carbon atoms will fall in alkane groups. So this is my propane, but I name it because the oxygen group is attached at 2nd position of carbon. So 1, 2 and 3. So at 2nd position this ethoxy group is present, 2-ethoxy, and this is my propane. Simple thing is there. I just have to now see this. Again we have to name. This is actually phenol because OH is directly attached to this benzene ring. So we keep this OH as first priority. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at 2 and 6 position methyl groups are present. So 2 and 6 dimethyl. And what is this? Phenol. Simple 2,6-dimethyl phenol. Now you see here, this NO2 group is there and C2H5 group is there. So in between we have to select the priority. So functional group is given most priority. So I will start naming from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. No double bond is present. So this is cyclohexane. This is double bond is present. This is benzene. So this is cyclohexane. Again 6 carbon atoms are there. So it will be form hexane group, alkane group. This is OC2H5. Yani this is my ethoxy. So 1 ethoxy at 2nd position. What is present? Nitro group is present. So 1 ethoxy, 2 nitro, and what is this? Cyclohexane. So 1 ethoxy, 2 nitro, cyclohexane. Simple. So you have to just practice this, then you will get it. It is very simple actually. So today up to this only because the size of the lecture will be long.